Jesus begins by quoting the older law. You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. He is not starting a new subject. He is not rejecting the previous teaching. He is continuing it. Eye for eye establishes where responsibility belongs. A consequence belongs to the action that created it. The purpose is to keep cause and consequence connected. Only after establishing that principle does Jesus move to the cheek, the coat, the mile, and the request. The question is no longer, who created the action? The question becomes, what happens next? Eye for eye identifies responsibility. Turn the other cheek identifies response. First identify the true source. Then be careful not to become a new source yourself. The two teachings are not opposing one another. They are two parts of the same lesson. Do not resist an evil person. That wording can make the passage sound like passive submission. Yet the Greek word antistēnai carries the sense of standing against, opposing, retaliating, or meeting force with force. The instruction is not to turn away and stop seeing. It is to resist the impulse to answer one harmful action with another. You turn the other cheek so the pattern can reveal itself. The first strike shows the action. The second moment shows the character. The issue is not whether harm occurred. The issue is whether you will become a new source of harm in response. If the first strike was impulsive, a mistake, or a moment of anger, the pause created by turning may be enough to stop a second one. If they strike again, the harm was not accidental. The pattern has revealed itself. The first action shows what happened. The second action shows who they are. Your response shows who you are. Someone harmed you. Do you continue to stay with them? They hurt you, and you live with the pain. Now they take more from you. They took your shirt and left you with the coat. Why? The coat sustains you. They took enough to use you and hurt you, but left enough to keep you around. This is often how manipulation operates. Not by taking everything at once, by taking enough while leaving enough. Enough hope to stay, enough comfort to remain, enough connection to continue participating. The pattern is becoming clearer. Will you freely give up your coat as well? Or will you hold them responsible for the damage they caused when they took your shirt? Do you stay and continue to walk with them? Or do you walk away? Now the pattern progresses. The harm was not isolated. The taking was not isolated. 1 mile becomes 2. An inch becomes a mile. You are walking further than they are. You are carrying the burden of 2 people. You are doing 2 people's worth of work. Support becomes entitlement. What began as a single act has become a pattern of exploitation. This is the territory of codependency, and people who continuously take more than they are entitled to. The burden reveals the pattern. Do you continue to give more of yourself? Now discernment enters. You have seen the harm. You have seen the taking. You have seen the entitlement. The question is no longer whether a pattern exists. The question is whether you recognize it. The one who asks directly is clear. The one who wishes to borrow requires more attention. A gift and a loan are not the same thing. A gift says this is yours. A loan says this will be returned. Neither is wrong, but they create different consequences. The problem begins when giving creates an unspoken obligation. Some people give expecting money in return. Others expect gratitude, loyalty, attention, control, or simply to feel needed. Validation, love, guilt, access, influence. Some have been taught that love must be earned. Others have learned to feel valuable only when they are needed. Giving then becomes more than generosity. It becomes a way of seeking belonging, approval, security, or identity. The gift becomes a transaction without ever being called one. The stated action is I am helping you. The hidden expectation is, now you owe me something. That something may be money, it may be gratitude, time, attention. affection, loyalty, validation, relief from guilt, or simply the feeling of finally being enough. That is where resentment often appears. If you give, let it be a gift. If you lend, let it be a loan. If you expect something in return, be honest about it. Do not confuse the two. Jesus does not say give everything, keep lending forever, ignore what you have learned. He simply says give, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. The passage leaves the decision with you. Will your response be guided by resentment or by discernment?